Justin, last time you played these guys, obviously they made a pretty big comeback to get the win tonight. Another comeback, but you hold on. What did they do well to come back in games, and what did you do differently this time out?
Yeah, honestly, I felt like, in that last, 10 minutes of the game, I felt like they were a lot more, confident shooting the ball, and I thought they were a lot more aggressive, and they hit some big shots, so credit to them for that. But that last 4-minute war, we told the guys when we came out of media, we got to dig in, get a few stops in a row, and this can be our game. It's going to take everything we got, but we came out there the last 4 minutes, got a few stops, and ended with the results we wanted.
And how was it having Justice kind of play that point guard role at times throughout the game?
Yeah, this is something I kind of anticipated because I work out with him in the summer. So I could, I saw what skill set he had. He's a very point guard playing, type player, I feel like, because in the summer when I was working out with him, his ball skills are really good. He has really good court vision, and that showed tonight.
All righty, we'll go next to Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
Hey, Justin, can you just talk about the confidence you guys are gaining in Dwayne Washington? Like, he's out here right now shooting after the game. I don't know, does he do that often? And can you just talk about, the growth he's shown as a scorer this year?
Yeah, I feel like he's just getting better each and every game. Watching a lot of film, learning what shots to take, what shots not to take, when to attack, when not to attack, that type of thing. And I feel like he's done a really, really good job of, seeing the floor. Like Justice has been getting better at, I think he had 6 or 7 assists tonight. So that's with 1 turnover. That's a really good stat to have. So credit to him for handling the ball the way he has been, and reading certain situations, and ultimately taking good shots, which he has been doing these past couple of games.
Alrighty, we'll go next to Adam Jardy, Columbus Dispatch.
Hey, Justin, I wanted to ask you about the 3 that you hit when they had cut it to 1. You talked about coming out fired up for that last 4-minute war. What were you guys looking for in that possession? And did you know it was good as soon as you let go?
Yeah, so it was kind of a blast action play that we ran for Justice to get to his left hand and get downhill, maybe draw a foul or get to the hole and have a layup. But they read it. They honestly played it pretty good. They knew that he was trying to get to his left hand. So he took a few dribbles, made a pivot, kicked me the ball, and my defender's hand was down, so I put it up. And I honestly didn't know if it was going in or not, but I was confident, so it went in, and I was pretty fired up.
I know you guys, every team talks about next man mentality whenever someone goes down. The fact that you guys keep having to replace guys right now that play high level minutes for you guys, can you explain a little bit just the level of effort that it takes to replace the talent level that you guys have lost here these last few games due to injury?
Yeah, I think this is kind of a situation that a lot of teams are going through this season with just the way the season is. A lot of guys weren't on campus over the summer working out, getting the proper training, which could lead to more injuries. Obviously, with the COVID, players could get COVID and have to sit out for protocols and stuff like that. But for us, I feel like everybody on the team has been bought in practice, and has been working their butt off in practice, and that's why it shows. When your numbers call, you got to be ready to go, and we go at each other each and every practice and get better every day.
All righty, next up, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
Hey, Justin, those last 4 minutes, you couldn't have designed it better for guys to fill the role that they're expected to do. You hit the 3, Young makes the power move. Is this a team where guys have to fill that role to the max and do what you do best every game?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. When we're at our best, I feel like everybody's out there playing 100%, and playing confidently. Because when we're all out there playing hard, and we have that mindset that either this shot's gonna go in, or I'm gonna make the next right pass. Or I'm gonna make the next right pass. It helps you rely on your teammates and build a certain chemistry where who knows when that's gonna stop. We could keep building off these wins, and ultimately keep it rolling.
All righty, we got time for 2 more questions. We'll go to Bruce Hooley first. Bruce?
How much, if at any, the end of the Northwestern game up there was a point of emphasis in practice this week, or once you do something like that, which is obviously not how you want to manage a game, if you all know it and coach doesn't have to bring it up?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, I said I wondered how much point of emphasis it was in practice this week, if at all, the end of the game at Northwestern, or once you guys function like that down the stretch, you all know it and he doesn't bring it up and have to coach from a correct from a point of negative performance.
Right. Coach Holt's the type of guy where we'll come in day after a win or a loss. We'll watch the film, break it down. And then after that game, we really move on to our next opponent. We kind of don't really think much about that game. We kind of put it in the past and move on, take what we can learn and move on. And, obviously as players in practice, we've known that we had a number out for them because we lost a tough one up there at Northwestern. What we learned from that loss up there was, we had to play smarter and harder in the last 4 minutes of the game, 5 minutes of the game, and went out there and did that tonight and ended with a good result.
All righty, and we'll finish it up with a question from Brendan Blewett.
Hey, Justin, congrats on a nice win tonight. Hey, what are your impressions of the way Michi's practiced and played so far?
Yeah, that's something I was telling Dwayne. I think it was after he hit his second three. I was like, he's nice. He's going to be real nice. You don't see that a lot with freshmen coming in, the confidence that he's been playing with, especially in practice. He's been, getting his teammates involved really well as a point guard. And obviously you've seen out there hitting them 2 big shots tonight. He wasn't scared to let it fly. So, that's good for him. He's living up to the moment, and I'm excited for him.